The official cyclone death toll in Burma has almost doubled. The junta now admitting 78,000 people have died. But aid agencies fear the toll will be much higher. The international community is still pressing for direct access to the millions in dire need. And France is warning refusing assistance could be a crime against humanity.
The revision of the official death toll came after an inspection tour by Burma's Prime Minister of the relief effort mounted by the regime. Despite dire international warnings of starvation and disease, if Burma's borders aren't opened to enable a flood of aid, the junta insists there is no catastrophe. It says the first phase of its relief operation is actually over and that the rebuilding has already started. But correspondents dismiss this as a model camp. And the PR exercise has done nothing to allay international fears that up to 2.5 million cyclone victims are still at risk. The European Union sent an envoy to Rangoon to plead with the junta.
No government in the world can tackle such a problem and cope with such a problem alone. No one. Because it's a major catastrophe. It's a major cataclysm. It is not at all a soft one. So nobody can do that.
Médecins Sans Frontières, which has 250 local staff members working on cyclone relief, says foreign expertise is desperately needed.
The main problem with the government is that they do not accept international staff. And we would like to have some international staff. We don't need a whole invasion, but we need a few people to coordinate, a few people with experience. And particularly a few people with experience in water and sanitation.
The UN Children's Fund says up to 1 million Burmese children are in danger of disease. It's also gathering orphan children to protect them from trafficking, which is rife in the region.
Children are sleeping on the streets, in schools and monasteries without bedding and frequently without protection from the rain. This not only increases the risk of disease but also the potential for their being exploited and abused.
Aid is being sent. India and Thailand have been flying and shipping emergency supplies to Rangoon since the cyclone hit a fortnight ago. The US Air Force is also flying aid in. But while the isolationist regime is accepting aid shipments and allowing agencies to operate, the hard-hit Irrawaddy Delta is closed to outsiders. A group of 43 US congressmen is calling on President Bush to approve humanitarian intervention. It wants the US to lead a massive and immediate international relief effort. Ross Cameron, World News Australia.